All right. You know what? Last time Travis Burks and Jessica Miller were here, we were talking about fish in an air fryer, and I said, it can't be done. And they said, oh, yes, it can. Travis, just good to see you.
You as well.
Yes, thank you so much for having us.
Of course.
Absolutely.
Well, seafood experts and Travis Burks from Price Cutter. So I assume we have to get the salmon in pretty quick then, right?
Yes, we got to start cooking like ASAP.
Okay.
So we have the air fryer, it's warming. Most air fryers, you don't really need to preheat, so that's kind of the beauty of that versus the oven. But I'm going to make you guys do a little bit of work.
Okay.
So,
Tell us what to do.
What you need to do is, well, one of you will work.
You want me to work?
Yeah, you go ahead, Kel.
Okay,
You go ahead.
okay.
Drizzle it with olive oil.
Okay, drizzle just a little bit.
Yep, a little bit on top. Travis, you can go ahead and spray the air fryer with a little bit of this Pam to get it ready for the fish, okay? And then we are going to, you can use this to put some garlic on top of the salmon.
just kind of
There we go. I'm just going to move this out of the way for Adam really
If you
fast.
need this brush, you can use that, but the spoon will work too. Fresh garlic, that smells
fresh
really
garlic
good.
So healthy for you. 2 items right here that are just so good for
I
your
smell
body.
it.
Yes. And then we've got some salt and pepper here.
Yep.
See, you didn't know you were going to have to work.
I am okay. That is okay. I don't mind.
And you
it.
can use your fingers if you want. We're not super concerned.
We'll be cooking those germs off.
You washed your hands.
I did wash my hands. All right, there we go.
And then this is some paprika.
Oh, okay. Where's the spoon again? I don't want to
use
overdo
that.
the paprika.
Yeah.
That
And
looks
so that's
beautiful.
just like 3 ingredients there that you need, and yum, that looks good. And then
That
we're
does look
just
good.
gonna,
Chop
Travis,
it.
you can use this, or you've got gloves. Just put that in, and that's on about 400, and you're gonna cook it for about 7-8 minutes.
Wow.
How many can you fit? I'm sorry, that's my air fryer, and it's kind of a small one, so
Yeah.
I apologize.
Yeah, 2's fine.
So basically, we just took one and cut it,
Yeah.
cut the portion in half. Then we're going to go for how long?
About 7 or 8 minutes. Yeah,
Okay.
that's perfect.
Perfect. Okay, so that is, I am so intrigued by this, Kelly.
I
'cause I never
know.
would have thought. Now, I make chicken strips, fish sticks, other things in the air fryer.
Well,
Not
once you
salmon.
have this air fryer salmon, you won't go back
Really?
to your fish sticks.
Oh, to the fish sticks. Okay. I thought you meant, okay. Gotcha. I've just learned how to cook salmon because I was overdoing it. And you can do that so easily, can't you?
You can.
Yeah.
And that's just, I think that's part of this educating and pass along, not to be afraid of it because
Right.
it's very simple. You just have to give it a little attention. And
Yeah, it started with one of
rewards you.
these recipes and a friend coming over and saying, don't overcook my salmon because I don't like it that way. I said, okay.
You don't know if nobody
I
tells you.
loved it the way she had it too.
And
so.
one of the best ways to tell is you can just take a fork, and it should kind of like flake easily with a fork, and just kind of look for that flake.
So look for the flaky.
yeah.
Yep.
And does salmon stay the same color? Does it turn bright pink? What color pink are you looking for? Or does it turn white?
It starts out pretty pink, and then it kind of turns more
A little bit,
whitish
yeah.
after.
How do you
And
know?
you'll
How do you
see
know?
them.
Okay, here's the thing, Cal. You said you overcooked it. How do I know if I overcooked it?
Yeah.
What's the telltale sign?
It's dry.
It's going to be very dry.
Very
Now, something we talked about before, another way to be able to tell if it's done is when you see that white layer get on top of the salmon, those are healthy fats. So you want to make sure that you
Right.
leave that on there and
Oh, I scooped
don't
them
wipe,
off.
don't scrape it off.
No,
and that's a sign
don't
too
do
that
that.
it's supposed to be done.
I did.
Mess up the good stuff.
Yeah, it's the good stuff.
Yeah,
I've been
and
doing it wrong.
Those healthy fats can actually make you smarter, believe it or not. There's studies that show that moms that ate seafood during pregnancy, their kids had a higher IQ than moms who did not.
Okay, you scoop that off and send it to me.
I'll bottle it for you.
Start jarring it up.
That is hilarious.
For sure, it would take a lot of time.
Yeah.
Okay, so I know the recipe, is the recipe that you gave us for the salmon or is it for something else?
That's
It's
for the salmon,
Okay.
and it's super easy. You almost don't even need a recipe. You can all just sprinkle what you like on it. And don't some of these come pre-seasoned that you don't
Yes,
even
yeah,
have
some
to-
of them come already pre-seasoned, so all you do with the moe line is you're basically just cutting the backside of that fish.
And you're
side
looking
out.
at the recipe on your screen right now. Before that was, and we'll have that website. But yes, talk about all the prepackaged again because these are, like Kelly said, made it so easy.
Oh my goodness.
Very easy. So we have some that come fully marinated with like a sweeter marinade, which are some of my favorites.
Me too.
As well as the butter, seasoned butter with it already, which makes it simple. You're still just unpacking it, put it in the oven.
Just put that butter on top.
Just put it right on top, and it melts away. Down to tilapia, which if you'll see up front there, we've already used that same tilapia to make
Yeah, we've
fish
got
tacos.
we've got the fish tacos.
So
here.
this tilapia is worth that? Oh, wow.
Yeah, so
Now,
I
what did
just-
you bread on that?
Basically, I just put it in a little bit of flour and then egg and then panko breadcrumbs. Put it in the air fryer for about 7 minutes again and just cooked those right up. So that's that tilapia right there. I cut it into
Perfect.
strips.
Wow.
Yeah, and so for this, all we need to do is add a salsa to the top. So I have an avocado here. We're going to make It's your
Oh,
turn.
my turn. Oh, okay. All right then. What do I do?
You
Scoop
just
it in there.
Scoop that in there. It's already cubed
Oh, I see
up.
how she's got it all.
Oh,
cubed
that's
up.
beautiful.
And then kind of stir it around, and that makes you a nice little salsa.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
And
beautiful.
You also want to maybe squeeze a little lime on top.
Okay. Thank you.
You're
Sorry
doing
about
great.
that. Oh man, look how
Yeah.
that looks yummy. And then a little lime, you say,
Yeah,
or this
a little
one?
lime, either
There
one.
we go.
Just keep in mind, if you wanted to do something like this for dinner, chop shops will be able to
Oh,
prepare
yeah.
all
Oh,
that
of
for you.
course.
So again, it's
Oh,
just
that's
a
true.
one stop.
That is the chop shop is a lifesaver.
Yes, it really is.
And then you can just spoon that on top, and that's your salsa for your tilapia tacos.
Love that.
Here we go.
And of course,
make 'em
you're
in.
serving it with some
Jessica, do you know me? It's obviously going to be a mess.
Yeah,
Wow.
and it's Taco Tuesday, so these are perfect. Really, with seafood, you can swap out any protein. So if you're just making regular tacos, you can swap in seafood. Super easy. Takes
Taco
some time.
Tuesday, it sure is.
It sure is. I forgot.
Good job. You're doing a
Thank
great
you.
job.
I'm trying to make it look pretty. Pretty for TV.
Yeah.
Oh, goodness gracious. Okay, there we
There
go.
you go.
With that little bit of red. How's that look, Kelly? Is that
That
all right?
looks perfect.
Okay.
Yeah, and then you can squeeze on extra lime if you want,
Oh.
but then you guys can just
All right.
eat away.
I'm going to
with
squeeze
some
some lime. I'll take it.
There you
Is that
go.
enough cover for you, Kelly?
I feel like the more lime, the better,
That's
or lemon.
Okay.
There you go.
my.
There's the mess.
Yes, there we go.
You're getting into it now.
There we go.
It needs to be dramatic for TV.
I agree.
Yes.
Wow. That's
it good?
really
Bam. Is it good?
Oh, yes.
Okay.
Come on, y'all, get in there.
Get in there.
Travis?
Try
I'm
it.
not afraid.
Okay, get in there. I'll make a huge
That
mess.
is really
Fish tacos are some of my favorite. This is one of my favorites.
I know.
Yeah.
And you can use cod, but these are used obviously tilapia.
So is
You
tilapia
can
the
use-
go-to then for usually
I
fish
like
tacos?
it for fish tacos.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's usually
Yeah.
cod or tilapia, sometimes pollock, but
So if you were
Any
to
white fish.
any white, okay, that's what I was trying to get to.
Right,
A white
a
fish.
white
Okay,
fish.
gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay, guys. So
Mild fish.
good. Is it
Really
good?
It is very good.
the salmon's in there has about 2 minutes. Which is
Okay, well,
great.
that's going to be perfect because
Yeah.
when we come back, we're going to try the salmon and maybe some of this asparagus. All right, guys, we're excited about that. And during the commercial, this is going right down. All right, we'll be back.
on Taco Tuesday.
Taco Tuesday, yes.
Perfect.
Yes.
They look so beautiful. Oh my gosh! Wow, that's so easy.